Shri Udapadagalam Kamalam Shri Guram Vaishnaksha Shri Rupam Sakrachatam Sahagana Raghunathanidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Arjun Sakinam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakana Lilita Shri Vishada Vinam. Okay, so today is again this month is the Kartik month, so we should definitely pray to Lord Damodara to for our spiritual growth as well as for others. And any services that is done in this particular month is very, very glorious. And those who don't do this, it says like so many like janmas, the piety or the punya will be lost. But here, whatever we do in this month, Krishna will be more pleased. We'll start at last with Damodarashtaka. Namamishwaram Satchidananda-rupam Lasat-kundalam Kukule-vrajam Yashoda-piyolokalatavamanam Paramrishtam-atyanta-todrutakopya Rudandam-muhurnetra-yudma-prachandam Param-pojayukmena sadhuganitram Sakam Padre-Kakakanda Sita-graiva-damodaram Bhakti-vadham Iti Viksvalila-pirananda-kunde Swakosham Nimanchanda Akyapayandam Tadiyeshidajyeshu Bhaktairjitatva Puna Prematastam Sada Bhakti-bande Varam deva moksham nam shavadimva nachanyam praneham varishmatapi idam deva purnata gopala balam sada me manasya virasam manye idam te mukhamboja matyandhanile vritam kundalai snigdharakishagopya Muhosham vidam bimbaraktadaram te manasya virastamalam lakshalabhe Namo Devadamodarananda Vishnu Prasida Prabodukka Jalabhimagnam Vipadrishti Vrishyadi Dinandadano Grihani Shamamatyam Nidakshidrishya Kuveratmajau Patham Daivayatvat Vayamojitau Bhakti Vajupritau Cha Tada Prema Bhakti Swakame Prayasha Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodare Namaste Studhamne Spudati Pipamne Vadiyodarayadya Vishwasya Dhamne Namo Radhikaye Twadiyai Priyaye Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhyam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we'll continue with our discussion. That is chapter 2. So chapter 2 is basically what? What is the name of chapter 2? Oh, I muted everyone. 1 second. Anybody can say. What's the name of the chapter 2?
Contains something that's summarized.
Gita Saramsha.
Yeah, summarized. Saramsha or the summarization. So that means the whole essence of Bhagavad Gita can be seen in this chapter. The whole, because this is where it's actually starting. So unit 1, we have chapter 1 to 6, and we are in lesson 3 now. That is the second chapter. So in second chapter, we'll see identifying Arjuna's first 4 reasons for not fighting in detail and listing the progressive steps towards destruction of the dynasty, discussing. No, yes, last class also we saw this. right? Okay. Yeah, so Prabhupada says here, this is how it is divided. Okay, okay. So what are the different reasons what Arjuna said that he is not ready to fight? Now, anybody can answer now.
Compassion,
Yes,
sin,
compassion. That is one
no
reason.
enjoyment,
Sin, no
tra-
enjoyment.
tradition being
Family
lost,
tradition will be lost.
and he was indecisive.
And
Indecisive.
indecision. Okay, so that was the 5 reasons which Arjuna actually had this lamentation for. Okay, it's compassion, no enjoyment, sinful reaction, destruction of dynasty, and indecision. So, okay, now we'll have a quick quick recap in the sense for the advanced knowledge for this second chapter to see whether you've read and come. So why Krishna is saying that, okay, it's like you should not bother about the compassion.
Because you're not the body.
Okay. Anyone else like to add? Yes, that is one reason. Then
Because the wise person need not lament.
yes, Prabhu. So the again, first thing, that's what Krishna said. The first thing he said that the wise person should not lament. Okay, that's correct. Then
One should not think about the attachment to the
attachment of the body, like bodily,
Yes.
like because Arjuna have to fight with whom? The Arjuna had to fight with the cousins,
Family.
his own family. So he is identifying them in the bodily concept. So that attachment should not be there. Yes.
Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji, can I?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they are like he should not be worried about his elders because their elders are already they'll be getting liberated. So no need to worry about their elders' destination, like fighting with them.
Already? I didn't understand.
Already, anyhow, they'll get a peer because of their peers' activities. They'll be anyhow liberated. So no need to worry
Yes.
about their thing. Also, they'll be like fighting against them.
Yes, as Mataji said, yes, this is another reason because anyway, Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya, that was one of the biggest concern with Arjuna had. No, how can I kill my own family? Like how can I destroy my own family? So yes, so in that way, okay, so that is one reason. Okay, any other reason?
The soul is eternal.
The
It
soul
will
is
never,
eternal.
it did not exist, nor will it, and it will always, never it will cease to become. So it is eternal. It never gets extinct.
his compassion was for the bodily, like his attachment and family people.
Yes,
The
for that's
compassion.
already, yes. So which is not actually required, right? Okay. Just for searching for something. Yeah. Okay, so the attachment is for the bodily concept and that is not actually required. Okay. So that is again one more thing which Arjuna says, Krishna says that's not actually required. Is yes, who else like to add?
Mataji and Arjuna was a Kshatriya, so this kind of response was not expected out of a Kshatriya responsibility, Mataji.
Yes, he's a Kshatriya, and as Kshatriya should fight. Like whatever happens, the Kshatriya should fight. The Kshatriya should not leave that fighting. So yes, so in that way, it is said that yes, it's his duty to fight, and he should not run away from the battlefield. Okay, he has to fight. Whatever it is, he has to fight. And the family tradition, we were telling something, no? What were the
Varna, Varna Shankara Mataji?
Varna Shankara? Very good. What is Varna Shankara?
That the children who
Unwanted
will be
population.
unwanted
Yes, unwanted
population.
populations. Good. So unwanted populations will be formed, and then okay, yes. So that is one thing.
Women will lose protection.
Yes, the women will lose protection, and there'll be mixing of the population, which is, we already saw. Okay, this is what we had problem, in the sense initially Arjuna was like, no, I can't fight because of these 5 reasons. Now in this chapter, we will see how Krishna is telling Arjuna that you have to fight because of these reasons. Okay, so he is going to tell them like what are the positive things of fighting, like how we should fight. He should fight in a Krishna conscious way, not in a negative way, in the sense in the bodily concept. He should not fight in a bodily concept way. He should definitely fight in this in the soul matter. So that is one thing. So initially we'll see how we saw Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Now we'll see about contents of Gita summarized. Yes. So contents of Gita summarized. So Prabhupada basically tell this chapter is basically about Krishna advising. So Krishna already spoke, no, in chapter 1. Which sloka number what? Krishna spoke in which sloka? Which sloka number?
25. Mata.
25. What did he
Hare
speak?
Krishna.
What did he speak?
That
No.
is
What is
it.
it? Just
Yeah.
see, no, behold.
Krishna and
You just see who all have come to.
yeah, fine. Because
Who all have come to fight. In the sense, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, see, just see who all have come. Just see who all have assembled to fight with you. Or something like that. Okay, so here
just
we'll see.
behold Partha, all the Kurus assembled here are
Yes.
assembled. Yeah, Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
just behold Partha, like all the gurus assembled here. So here we can see he observed the armies in chapter 1, right? This we saw that in chapter 1 he observed the armies. So then Arjuna told these reasons not to fight. He was telling compassion. He was telling no enjoyment. He cannot enjoy. For the enjoyment, what does Krishna say? When he says that there is no enjoyment, what do you mean by that? Like, he's saying that because after killing my cousins, I cannot enjoy. Even though I win the kingdom, I cannot enjoy. That's what he's saying. Now, what does Krishna tell that as a reason? I mean, how does he counteract it?
He says
You should
you'll
be
enjoy
fighting for
both the ways.
You enjoy
Both the
you
ways.
can enjoy both the ways.
If you lose
Okay, can we
also,
give opportunity to others? Yes, you can raise a digital hand. There's only, yes, Biju Prabhu.
So basically, he should fight for the enjoyment of the God, Lord, not his own enjoyment. So
Okay, that is one way. But in both the ways, he is enjoying. How can somebody say that? Even if you win or lose, both the way. Purnima Mataji?
Mataji, if he wins, then he will be ruling the. He will become the
Yes.
king, and that way
He'll
he will
become the
enjoy
king
the
and he
king.
can enjoy in that way. If
Enjoy,
he
and
loses,
if he loses, then he will go to the abode of the Supreme Lord.
yeah. So there they said heavenly planet, but actually Arjuna will not go to heavenly planet because he's an eternal associate. He'll go back to Krishna's world. But there also he can enjoy. So in both the ways, he's enjoying only. Destruction of the family will come to that. And fear of sin because of the aggressors. So in chapter 2, Arjuna actually surrenders to Krishna. In sloka number 7. Where does he surrender? 7, 2.7. Okay. So in the second chapter, 7th sloka, Arjuna actually surrenders to Krishna and tells him, please accept me as your disciple. And 2.6, we'll see the indecision. He's having, this is again the 5th reason. Should I fight or not fight? And Lord Krishna reveals the transcendental knowledge to Arjuna. So in chapter 2, this is how the verses are divided. The section A, verse 1 to 10 is Arjuna's further doubts and he surrenders. 11 to 30 is about fight. There is no death for the soul. 31 to 38 is about the karma kanda, that for the gain coming from dutifully fighting and losses coming from not fighting. 39 to 53 is about the Nishkama Karma Yoga. Fight but without any reaction. 54 to 72 is about Siddha Prajna, becoming fixed in Krishna consciousness. Okay. So, seeing Arjuna depressed, right, the Lord will speak. So we'll see about the soul part, everything has been covered in this chapter. And also, that's why it is said the Gita summarized. Why? Because if you know this chapter, that is chapter 2, then you know the whole entire Gita. And so this is the secret of Gita, main thing we should know. Sanjay Uvacha Tam Tata Kripaya Vishtam Ashru Purna Kulekshanam Visiddhantam Idam Vakyam Uvacha Madhusudana. So why was Krishna called Madhusudan?
Killer of
Because
the demon.
the demon Madhu Mataji.
Madhu. Why? Okay. So why is Madhusudan used in this verse, this chapter, this sloka? Vijay Prabhu?
So it is about killing the ignorance also.
Yes, very good. So the demons, the doubts in our mind is considered to be demons. And Krishna is the killer of the demons. So Arjuna is like, you killed so many demons. So there are like demon like doubts in my mind. So please kill them also. Okay, so seeing Arjuna full of compassion and very sorrowful, his eyes brim with tears, Madhusudana, Krishna spoke the following words. So in the purport, Prabhupada says, the word Madhusudana is very significant because Lord Krishna killed the demon Madhu, and now Arjuna wanted Krishna to kill the demon of misunderstanding or ignorance within him, or the doubts in him that had overtaken him in discharge of his duty. So that's why the term Madhusudana is. So everything is very important, you know. Arjuna could have, Sanjay could have used Keshava, something like that. Okay, Keshava is also demon, but might be something else, Damodara or something. But that term is used as Madhusudana because he is the killer of the demon Madhu. And the doubts and these compassion, these 5 things are considered to be demons in his mind, which is stopping him from fighting. So seeing Arjuna depressed, Lord Krishna will speak. Now, Arjuna is depressed mainly of material compassion, mortally concept. So there is lamentation and tears. But if he has self-realization or real realization, then he will not be like this. So compassion is not for the dress of the drowning man. We consider this body like a dress. Vasamsi jirmani yada viha. I will come to that. And Madhusudana means killing of the demon Madhu. And Lord Krishna is addressed Madhusudana with expected to kill Arjuna's doubts. Demons are considered to be doubts. So if somebody is drowning, we will not save their dress. We have to save the person. Similarly, this body is like a dress, and the soul is the real person inside, real Atma. So that's what is important. So self-realization and God realization goes together. So we should know that this body, we are not this body, we are spirit soul. So that's what the comparison and the analogy also given. Later on we can see in Krishna is saying, Shri Bhagavan Vacha Kutastva Kashmalam Itam Vishame Sampupastitam Anarya Chishtam Asvargyam Akirti Karam Arjuna. The Supreme Personality of God, Bhagavan said, my dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the progressive values of life. They do not lead to higher planets, but to infamy. So Krishna is like telling, like, what happened to you? This is not the way you should. So here the word Bhagavan is used because there are 3 realizations: Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. What is the analogy used to realize these 3 platforms?
Sun,
The sun. How is it? Yes, Giridhar Gopal Prabhu, you know, the sun. Okay, who else knows? Like,
Mataji, the sunshine, the surface of the sun.
so sunshine is the Brahman. Refulgence coming from the Lord. Okay. Then sun.
The surface of the sun.
Surface, the sun globe. Okay. That is again localized like Paramatma. And the Bhagavan feature is the
Sun planet.
sun planet, and also it is compared to the personal feature. Yes. And there is a sun god also in that. Okay. So here it is said. So you can see, Brahman. So there is a sloka from Bhagavatam. It says, Vatanti tat tattvavidas tattam yatyanam atvayam brahmedi paramatmedi bhagavani shabdati. I think that's by 1 to 11. First canto, second chapter, verse number 11. Brahmedi paramatmedi bhagavani. Shows the 3 levels of absolute truth. One is Brahman, that is the impersonal thing. So this effulgence is coming from where? Where is this effulgence coming from?
Krishna's
Krishna's body. Krishna's
Coming
body.
from Krishna's body. So that means we'll see later on, I think 15th chapter, somewhere we'll see. Natat Pashe Desu Dyonashashango na Pavagayat Gatvan Nivatande Taddhamam Paramam Mama. So there is no moon or sun or electricity in Krishna's world. It's self-effulgent. So similarly, Krishna is also self-effulgent. And there is no need of, so the effulgence. So sometimes there are some people who actually meditate on this Brahman. So actually they are meditating on the light coming from Krishna's body. Behind that, so behind any energy, if there is a sunlight, there is a sun. You might be the cloud is covering the sun, but there is sunlight. That's why you are able to see things. So similarly, there is light, that's a Brahman. So there is a source behind it, but they don't realize it. So this is the impersonal features. That is the Brahman realization, the Brahmavadi or the Mayavadis. They think that the Lord doesn't have a form. And Paramatma is the localized aspect in the heart of the living entity, like the sun surface, the localized, the four-handed form. So which Vishnu is in Paramatma form in our body?
Narayan.
Which Vishnu?
Vishnu. Four-handed.
Which Vishnu?
Kshirodakshai Vishnu.
Kshirodakshai Vishnu. It's Kshirodakshai Vishnu. So there's Garbhodakshai Vishnu, who is actually lying on the Garbha of the ocean, and from his navel, the lotus comes, and there is Brahma there. The Karanadaksha Vishnu is the Mahavishnu, who is responsible for creation. And this is the Kshirodakshai Vishnu, who is actually as Paramatma. Yes, the four-handed Vishnu form, the Narayan form, but that is the Kshirodakshai Vishnu. When you say the Purusha avatar of the Lord, so that is Paramatma. And there are some people who meditate on the Paramatma feature also. But still, that's not the highest. The highest is Bhagavan realization, the personal feature of the Lord. The personal. Why is it the Bhagavan feature the highest? Can I have raised hands? Ranjana Mataji?
Yeah, Bhagwan who possesses all rich beautiness
Yes.
and strength, very famous, very beautiful, and very powerful. This all will come
Okay,
from
that is. So that means Aishwarya, Savirya, Yashasya, Jnana, Vairagya. So all six opulence. That makes him Bhagavan. But why is Bhagavan worshipping the highest? Vinal Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Ma. 4 extra features he has than Vishnu. He is
That's
the
fine.
okay.
Yeah. Venu Madhuri, Guna, all that. Achintya Avatar.
Hare Krishna Mataji. In Bhagwan realization, we can have the personal reciprocation with the Lord, between devotee and the Lord.
Yes, Haribol. So this is the reason. We can have a personal reciprocation. See, can you love Brahman or the light? What do you get back? Or can you love Paramatma, the form? Okay, you can, but there is an Aishwarya Bhav there. There is no Madhurya Ras. And see this Damodar Leela. The Yashodama is having a personal relation. Can she tie Brahman, the light? Can she tie the Paramatma? No, but she could tie Bhagavan, the cute form of the Sham Sundar form of the Lord, that baby form. So Bhagavan has a reciprocation. Ye yadamam prapatyante tamstadeva bachame. He reciprocates. So Yashodamaya want to see him as a son in Valsilaris. Krishna reciprocated. So the gopis, he reciprocated. For devotees, for us also, Krishna can reciprocate with the rasas. Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Valsalya, Madhurya. That rasa or that mellow, which what you say, the Bhakti Rasamritam, or the love that there is reciprocation that's happening when we serve Krishna. Why you are all in Krishna consciousness? We are getting that happiness, no? Because he is serving Akila Rasamrita Murti. Krishna is called Akila Rasamrita Murti because he is the reservoir of all rasas. So that's not possible. That personal relationship is not possible with Brahman or Paramatma. That's why Bhagavan is the highest realization. And because it gives that the 5 rasas which we can enjoy with the Lord. Okay, so here, yes, Krishna has all. And Krishna is called Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, Indriyari Vaikulam, Loke Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. Again, Bhagavatam describes Ete Cha Amsha Kalapumsa, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. He is Swayam Bhagavan. Does anyone know what it means by saying he is Swayam Bhagavan? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam.
He is the only God.
He's the only.
He's the only God. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arasa Bhritya. Okay, Chaitanya Charitamrita also says he's the only God. That's fine, but Swayam.
There is
Yes,
All
Prabhu.
emanations come from him.
Okay. Yes, Giridhar Prabhu.
there is no greater than Krishna or equal to
Okay,
Krishna.
nobody greater than or equal to him, Matta Paradaramnani, and so he is called Asamurda because nobody is equal to Krishna. That's fine. But Swayam, as Mother said, that's one of the reasons. He's the source. Everyone have come from him. Aham Adir Hi Devanam. Krishna says he's the source of all demigods. Sarva Karana Karana. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigrahana Govinda. Sarva Karana Karana is the cause of all cause. And also Gajendra Sudhi also says Krishna is the cause of all cause. Okay, Namo Namaste Akhila Karanaya. Akhila Karana, he is the cause of all cause. Nishkaranaya Albuda Karanaya. He is Nishkarana. He doesn't have any cause. There is no cause for the Lord. And because of that, he is Albuda Karana. He is most wonderful cause. Okay. He is the cause of all cause, but he is Bhagavan Swayam. Prabhupada gives a long explanation in the purport. Why is Krishna Bhagavan Swayam? Okay. Does anybody make Krishna Bhagavan? No. He is Bhagavan. From the day he appeared in this material world, or from the day he killed Putana, or this even Damodar Leela, when he was getting bound by Yashodamaya, all the demigods came and saw what Krishna is doing, the pastime, which is this baby-like pastime. No other incarnation have such cute, attractive pastimes like what Krishna did. Even Kunti Maharani says, it's so astonishing to me, Krishna, that you have kajal all spread around your mouth, face, and you're crying to see a stick. Yamaraj also run, the fear personified. Yamaraj is also, because of fear from you, he's running. And you are running from the stick from Yashodamaya. That's so astonishing, the inconceivable potency of the Lord. Okay, so Lord is like that. We cannot understand the Lord like that. But this is the cute pastime which Lord has. And nobody has to make him Bhagavan. He's Swayam Bhagavan. He's Swayam Bhagavan in the sense he's avatari. Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam means he's doesn't have a cause or he doesn't have a source. He is there Anadir Adir Govinda. He was there Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anandarupam. Adyam Purana Purusham. He's the oldest Purana Purusham. But Navayam Venam. He's always like 16-year-old looking. So this is why he's Swayam Bhagavan. And okay, so this we saw that Krishna has all riches, all fame, all strength, all beauty, all knowledge, all renunciation. If you just write all rich, fame, strength, only one all, that's wrong. You should write all for all the six because he is completely. So that's why our money cannot attract Krishna. If it's like that, then Sudama will not get attracted, or Krishna will not get attracted to Sudama, who was very poor. All fame. Kubja was not so famous. And still Lord Ram got attracted to her. And all strength. There are the gopis were not very weak. They were not having so big muscles or strength and all. And all beauty. Even who was that? Shabari, when she was old, she got attracted. Kubja is Lord Krishna, Shabari to Lord Ram. And all knowledge. Since the gopis were illiterate, they didn't even go to any college for studying and all that. But Krishna was so attracted to them. Yeah? So this is why Bhakti or only love and devotion can attract Krishna. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna that how can these impurities come to you? You are a Kshatriya, so you should fight for your Kshatriya reason. So 3 to 4 sloka, Lord Krishna advises Arjuna to give up this petty weakness of heart, Hridaya Daurbalyam. Klaipyam masmagama pata naitatvai upapatyade shudram hridaya daurbalyam tekto dishta parantapa. So son of Pritha, do not yield to this degrading importance. It does not become you. Give up such pretty weakness of the heart and arise or chastise of enemy. So Krishna is saying that all this is because of your weakness of your heart. So don't be. You are a Kshatriya. So you can see Vasudeva and Kunti Maharani are like brother and sister. And then Krishna is the son of Vasudeva, and that's why he is Vasudeva. And so Arjuna is the son of Kunti Maharani. So in that they become cousins, relatives and friends. So by birth, Arjuna is a Kshatriya. So in father's side and mother's side, again, Arjuna is a Kshatriya, so he should fight. But why is he declining the war? Because of weakness of the heart. And that should not happen. Arjuna uvacha kadam bhishmam aham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana ishubhi vidiyotsyami ujarha arisudana. So he's saying, killer of the Madhu, Krishna, how can I counteract with arrows in the battlement like Bhishma and Drona who are worthy of my worship? So Bhishma is the Pitamaha for them and also the grandfather-like figure, and Dronacharya is the Guru. So he's like, how can I fight among them, these two? So as Mataji said before in the beginning of the class, that even if Bhishma and Dronacharya is killed, what are the there are two benefits they're going to get?
Kingdom, he'll get and heaven. Both,
I
both
have
the
raised, I want raised hands. What you can raise a digital hand. Yes, Minal Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Both the ways victory he will enjoy. Heavenly, either he'll go to heaven or he'll get the kingdom if he'll.
No. My question is, why Bhishma and killing Bhishma and Drona? What are the two things? Not winning by Arjuna. By killing Bhishma and Drona, there are two results. I'm waiting for that. The two things, what happens if he kills Bhishma and Drona? Not about winning and losing. He is specifically mentioning in the fourth sloka that Bhishma and Drona. Katam Bhishmam aham sankhe Dronam cha madhusara. So by killing Bhishma and Drona, two things will happen. What are they? Yes, Purnima Mataji.
Mataji, they are elder
Yeah.
to him, so it will be offense like thing he is committing against them, Mataji. That is what I can think of.
No. Arjuna, Krishna supporting their killing. So you are saying that Arjuna is lamenting because saying that, oh, I'm doing Guru Hatya by killing them, I'm doing offense or aparad. That is Arjuna's lamentation. What is Krishna is saying something.
Understood.
Rachana Mataji.
Krishna is saying either if they are killed, they'll go to the Vaikuntha, or they'll get a pious, because of their pious activities, they'll get a highest material, highest planet.
Yes. So that means Krishna is saying that anyway they are old. Okay. They have to die one day. In an old age also there is death coming. So they are elderly and they are devotees. Dronacharya and Bhishma is a pure devotee of the Lord. We know later on there should be Bhishma Stuti and in the Sharashaya. So how he chanted Vishnu Sahasranam and went back to Godhead, he got Sarubhya Mukti. So Krishna is like, anyway, they're going to die. And even if they die, they're going to Vaikuntha only. Because both of them are devotees of the Lord. So why are you tensed in killing them? You don't have to be tensed in killing them. So he's saying that you don't get worried. Don't worry about killing them because that's not a sin in doing that. So here, okay, so he is having this Udaya Darbalya. He is saying that I will not fight, but Krishna says, no, you have to fight. Okay. So 5 to 7 slokas, Arjuna continues to give reasons for not fighting, but finally he surrenders. But he says, Guruna hatvahi mahanubhavan shreyo bhoktum bhakshyam apiha loke hatvarta kamam stu guru hi haiva unji yavogan Rudira Pradiktan. It's better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who have my teachers, even though they are avaricious. And they are none less superiors. If they are killed, spoils will be stained with blood. Okay. So, Dronacharya's favorite student was who? You can type in the chat. Type to the host. Who was the favorite student of Dronacharya? Yeah. So all of you agree, no? It's Arjuna. So if Arjuna is the favorite student of Dronacharya, Dronacharya should have supported Arjuna, no? But he didn't. Why?
Because of financial assistance of Duryodhan.
Yes, Ubasana Madan says yes, because of the financial assistance from Duryodhan. Okay, that is one reason. Vijay Prabhu, any other reason?
They were more committed to the kingdom itself, the ruler.
Yeah, that's what. They were more committed in the sense, like for example, you are a government official and you are a government official and the government passes some rules and regulations. You like it or not, you have to follow it because you're a government servant. Similarly, Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya financially depend on Duryodhan in the sense they are in Dhritarashtra's team in the sense in that kingdom. Yes,
They were
Prabhu.
duty bond, man. Mataji.
Duty bond, yeah. So they have to follow that. Okay, that is one reason. Okay. Indebted to Duryodhan family in that way. Okay. So, okay. So actually inside they were like supporting. So here it is said, Bhishma and Drona were obliged to take the side of Duryodhan because financial assistance. Okay. So Arjuna is thinking that's better to beg than to kill the teacher, because teacher who engages in an abominable action has lost the sense of discretion. Also, we can see, I think this is in Bhagavatam, the 7th chapter, something in Canto 1. We see the Ashwatthama, that is Dronacharya's son, who's called as a Brahmabandhu. Dronacharya, Ashwatthama actually killed the 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi. And Arjuna and Krishna, all of them wanted him to be killed, Ashwatthama, but Draupadi left. Draupadi said, no, don't kill. Because Draupadi said, that time Dronacharya was not alive. So Draupadi said, killing Ashwatthama is equal to killing Dronacharya. It's like Guru Hatya, so don't do it. And Kripi, Dronacharya's wife, will lament because of losing the son. So because of that compassion, they left Ashwatthama. Okay, so this also shows. Yes, Prabhu, anything to add?
Mataji, I have a small doubt here. Like I mentioned, because of your duty or responsibility, you intend to be more loyal to the ruler. But when we mention here that they were obliged to take side of Duryodhana because of his financial assistance. So that's something they could have always let go, right?
Yes, they should have. They should have let go. But otherwise, this is again Krishna's plan. Krishna is just saying, showing that even if you are great souls like Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya, and if you take a wrong decision, being in the wrong team, still you will lose. But this is just to that Krishna says that whatever the reason is, you have to be with the Lord itself. In the sense, you should never go against the Lord, because the opposite team there is a Lord, no, and Krishna's devotee. So to prove that how much of a great you are, you might be the great Drona or the great Bhishma, still, if you're against Krishna's devotees, then Krishna will not, and then there is failure. Just to prove that problem. Otherwise, yes, Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya should have been in Pandava's side. This is just for the pastime purpose, Krishna did this. So here Prabhupada says, Bhishma and Drona were obliged to take the side of Duryodhan because of his financial assistance, although they should not have accepted such a position, as Prabhu said, simply for financial consideration. But under the circumstances, they have lost the respectability of the teachers. This is mainly for pastime purpose. Krishna want to just show that what happens if you go to the opposite side. So Arjuna thinks that if they are killed, everything we enjoy will be taken with blood. So Arjuna didn't knew which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. So again, this confusion is coming to Arjuna's mind, indecision. Should I fight or should I not fight? Okay. So a real Brahmana is somebody who uses this material body for self-realization. But somebody who's not doing that is called as a kripana or a miser. See, a miser is somebody who has money, but he doesn't use it. No? So similarly, somebody who has this material body and doesn't use it for self-realization is again called a kripana or a miser. So now Arjuna has to surrender to the spiritual master. In the 7th sloka, so he's asking, which is better? Should I conquer them or should I should we let them to be conquered? So in the 7th sloka, very important sloka, Arjuna says that now I have to surrender. So Arjuna starts surrendering to the spiritual master. Karpanya dosho pahada swabama prichami tvam dharma sanmoda cheda yashreyasya nishchidam bruhi tanme shishyaste hamshadimam tvam prapanna. Shishyaste hamshadimam tvam prapanna. I have become your disciple. So he's saying, I'm confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of weakness. In this connection, I'm asking you to tell me clearly what is best for me. Now I'm a disciple and the soul surrendered to you. Please instruct me. Shishyaste hamshadimam tvam prapanna. So Arjuna is confused about his duty and he surrenders to the spiritual master. Who's that? Krishna. Krishna is the original spiritual. Krishna expands as Balram, the first expansion, and Balram is Adi Guru, is the Guru Tattva. So in that way, he's our original spiritual master. So it says when you might have so many problems to take initiation, but when you are serious, when the soul is serious, Then Krishna is in our heart as Paramatma, as Chaitya Guru. So he comes out as your Guru. It's not like we decide the Guru or we decide the time. And okay, externally it might look so, but then no. When it's time, Krishna himself will come out as the Guru. So similarly, Arjuna is becoming sincere. Arjuna needs a Guru now. So Krishna himself has come there. And then Arjuna surrendered. Krishna have not started the philosophy till now because he was listening. That's a quality of a good Guru. And he wanted Arjuna to surrender first. Now, what rasa change can we see here? In first chapter, Arjuna said, Seneyorubayor madhye radam stave me achyuta. Oh, take my chariot in between the armies. But in second chapter, 7th sloka, yes, Biju Prabhu?
So the moment, till now, Arjuna and Krishna were more like friends.
Yes.
The moment
So
he
that's
surrenders,
yes.
the moment he surrenders as a disciple, Krishna takes the position of a guru.
So that means Arjuna becomes the disciple. So that is, again, what rasa is that? Dasya. Again, Dasya form. So this is what? Sakya to Dasya. There was Sakya ras before. Arjuna was like, take my chariot. No, we say, no, sometimes to our friends, drive, in a formal way, not like an informal way. So not any, without any, what do you say, respect or like, because it's just friendship. So that was the rasa they had, the Sakya. And suddenly, Arjuna is coming to Dasya Bhav, or he became the disciple, and Krishna is becoming the spiritual master. And Krishna smiles. Krishna smiles. Why? Why is Krishna actually smiling? After hearing this, like Arjuna surrenders, and then Krishna actually smiles. So Krishna smiling also has some thing to add. Yes, Prabhu.
So Krishna is already at a higher position,
Okay.
but during in a circumstances he is willing to come to a level where he is as a friend to Arjuna. So then when he is surrendering as a disciple, that's where that smile expression is.
Yeah, in the sense, like you have a friend, your childhood friend, and you're talking very, you're calling your nicknames and talking. Suddenly, the friend realizes that you are a high court judge or somebody like in a great position. And then he sees you having so many assistants and all that. And suddenly his bhav changes. Like before that, he or she was so friendly to you and calling your nickname and all that. And after that, there's some respect and saying like sir or madam and your own childhood friend. And you'll be like smiling, like what is happening to him or her? Because till now she didn't know or he didn't know my position. Once he knew my position, now he. So you just sarcastically smile. So then small, kind of a sarcastic smile from Krishna that, Arey, we were friends and now you made me a guru. So he started smiling in that way. Okay. What is another reason? Somebody put in the chat. Richa Mataji, you can unmute and say.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. I think this is also because now Shri Krishna will be able to give Gita Gyan, which was the all intended motive to the world.
Yeah. So now he is like, Krishna is smiling because everything is working according to his plan. Okay. Arjuna being a great Kshatriya, there is no way Arjuna can lament with all these. Arjuna will come, fight, kill all of them and just win. That's it. But Krishna has put Arjuna into Yoga Maya and Arjuna is lamenting and everything is happening according to Krishna's plan. And Krishna is smiling. Okay, now I can speak Bhagavad Gita. I can give that jnana to the whole world by speaking. So Krishna's plan is working out. So Krishna smiled in that way. Okay, so and also to encourage Arjuna, like don't worry, I am there. So just something like that. Do not fear. Krishna is always there. As okay, so Krishna always says what he says. Sarvadharma parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva bhabebhyo mokshishami ma shuja. So ma shuja means do not fear. So Krishna is again giving that confidence to Arjuna. Do not fear, I'm there. Yeah, it's coming to God's plan. So this Krishna's plan happening. So whatever he does, finally what happens is Krishna's plan. But Krishna can even change our plans, or in the sense, when we keep planning things, and Prabhupada says the plan and the planner both will get destroyed. We make a lot of plans. Okay, I'll do this, do this, do this. And finally, sometimes it works. So if our plan doesn't work, if our plan works, we should be happy. Okay, it's working according to our plan. But if our plan doesn't work, we should be more happy. Why? Because it's Krishna's plan working, not us. So it says that when your plan is not working, you should be very happy. I mean, whatever I planned is not working, but that's because Krishna has a plan. And whatever Krishna plans for you, it will be good. It might look, why Krishna is doing this to me, I'm suffering, this. But no, in few years, when you turn back and see in your life, you'll know that yes, Krishna, whatever Krishna did is right. It's my karma coming back. Why do I have to blame the Lord for that? Okay, it's my karma. Let me suffer, go through the suffering, but Krishna will make the suffering less. For a devotee, there might be a big suffering, but Krishna will make it very less. And Krishna can change your karma. The way you surrender to Krishna, Krishna will definitely change it. So, yeah. And Krishna has better plan for you this time. Okay. So this sloka is very important, 2.7, that Arjuna is now surrendering. Okay. And he is asking, please instruct me. So it is said, only a spiritual master can help us. Like samsara davanandi daloga pranaya karunya gana ganatam. The samsara davat, this material world is like forest fire, and only the rain can extinguish it. Similarly, we are all in the suffering of birth, death, old age, disease. Only a guru can come and give the mercy. So here, Krishna himself has come to Arjuna to give the mercy. So our spiritual masters are also not God, but they are representative of God. If we say the spiritual master is God, that's Mayavatsam. Prabhupada doesn't like it. But it's a representative. Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastri. It's a representative of God. So we should know Krishna have sent that spiritual master to us. Might be a Shiksha Guru, might be a Diksha, whoever it is, he's been sent by the Lord. Okay. Sometimes I feel Prabhupada has come for us, for the conditioned soul, just because of Krishna's instruction. Krishna would have told him to go and deliver the conditioned soul. So this is again, Krishna immediately accepts Arjuna as the disciple, and Arjuna's symptoms and doubts continue, and finally he decides that he will not fight. Okay, so there was a grief drying up the senses. We know that, right? His tongue was drying, and so many, all the symptoms we saw. So Arjuna was really in a problem. Now he's unable to resolve that problem with his material knowledge. So he need to surrender to the spiritual master, and he surrenders. Nahi prapashyami mama panudhyaya yachokam uchchorsanamindriyana avapya bhumau asapatnam viruddham rajyam suranam apichadipatyam. So he's saying that there is no means to drive away the grief, just drying up my senses. I will not be able to destroy it, even if I win an unrevealed kingdom of the earth with sovereignty like that of the demigods in heaven. So he's like, I don't want the kingdom. Even if I win the kingdom, I will not get that happiness. So he's saying only about this material things like birth, death, old age, disease. And he's saying, I cannot solve it either by wealth or economic development. I can only surrender to the spiritual master. See, he started surrendering 100% bona fide. He should be a bona fide spiritual master in the sense, somebody coming in disciplic succession. So Arjuna said, Govinda, I shall not fight till my doubts are clear. So Sanjaya Vaja evam yuktva rishi kesham buddha kesha parantapa nayotsya idi govindam utva tushnin bahuvaha. So Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra that having spoken thus, Arjuna, the chastiser of enemy, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent. Okay, what do you mean by why is Krishna called Govinda?
Controller of the senses.
Govinda
gives pleasure to senses.
Controller of the senses.
Pleasure, not control. Master of the senses, Rishikesha. So controller master is Rishikesha, but Govinda. Vinda means happiness. So happiness to whom? Go. Those are the senses, the cows. So Gopala is protector. So Govinda is somebody who can give pleasure to our senses. So Arjuna is asking, please give pleasure to my senses also. Like, why are you keeping quiet? So please clear my doubts. Then only I can fight. Otherwise, I cannot fight. So that's why in the 10th sloka it said, Krishna smiling. Tam uvaja rishi kesha prahasan iva bharata seneyor beyor padye vishitantam itam vajaha. So tam uvaja rishi kesha. So at that time, Krishna smiling in the midst of both armies spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna. So that's why Here it said, Prahasan means smiled. Okay. And that's the main thing. Like his friend has become a disciple, like it's sarcastic smile. And also, yes, now Krishna's plan is working. Now Krishna. And also Krishna is saying that everything, see, if we have problems in life, just see whether we can solve it. Okay. If you can solve it, go ahead with it. If you can't solve it, then just leave it to the Lord. We can't solve it. So why are we worrying about it? We should not. So he's saying that please dispel the doubts and lamentations which I have. And as the spiritual master is supposed to do that. So here it is said, Krishna is called as Rishikesha. Yes, as somebody said, he's a master of control of the senses. So Arjuna is calling him as Rishikesha to control his sense. Arjuna wants Krishna to control his senses now. And he is Gudakesha. Did we explain this? Why is Arjuna called Gudakesha?
He conquered the sleep and ignorance.
What do you mean by sleep and ignorance? Ranjana Mataji?
Sleep and ignorance.
What do you mean by that? Like sleep doesn't mean the material sleep. How is okay? Ignorance we understand that we are not this body, we are spirit, soul, that we should know. But ignorance they will not know. But how did Arjuna conquer sleep? What do you mean by that?
While he was in Gurukul, like when he was taking the archery course, right? That time, like he was in the darkest of night. Also, he can shoot the arrow.
No, that's not the real meaning. Okay, that is one meaning that even at night he can shoot, but that doesn't mean conquering sleep. Durga Prasanna.
Yeah. Yeah, in sleep also he can take the Krishna's name. He will not forget Krishna even in the sleep.
Yes, very good. So this is the meaning of conquering sleep by a devotee. In sleep also a devotee can remember Krishna. A devotee will not forget Krishna even in sleep. Okay, any example? Any pastime to tell that even in sleep Arjuna remembers Krishna? Anyone remember?
Mataji, you had
I told this, no?
Yes, Mataji.
There was a hair of Arjuna chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Yeah. So this is what, this is how he conquers sleep. Okay. I have multiple batches happening. So I don't know where we stop, what I have discussed in which class. So I forget. Okay. So this is what I mean by conquering sleep. Like Arjuna, even in the sleep, he will not forget Krishna. So such a pure devotee, like even in sleep, he's remembering Krishna. So will Krishna not reciprocate? Will Krishna not protect such devotee? Yes, definitely. That's why Krishna personally have come as a chariot driver to Arjuna. Personally, so that he can be very close with Arjuna. Even though Krishna said that I will not take a weapon to fight, but later on he himself broke that promise, no? So to protect his devotee, he can go to any extent because Krishna is Bhakta Valsala. Okay, why is he called Bhakta Valsala? Yes, he's very devotees are very dear to him, or he likes his devotees the more. But why is Bhakta Valsala that term used? Does anyone know? Vatsa means calf. Okay, so Bhakta Valsala means calf is always the cow is more attracted to the calf. And if you have to call any cow, you can just bring the calf will follow. Because the cow is so attached to the calf, always licking the calf. It's very small. So the attachment which the cow has for the calf, it's like a parental attachment to be taken care of, something like that. So Krishna sees all of us like his children to be taken care. So he is Bhakta Valsala. How a cow is attached to a calf. Similarly, Krishna is so attached to his devotees. Krishna says, Samoham Sarvabhuteshu Namedrishu Nastina Priya. He says, everybody is equal to me. I'm not partial to anyone. The 9th chapter, 29th sloka, he says that. But he also says, Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mai te teshu chabiham. But if somebody do bhajan or devotion service, then Krishna is yes. So Krishna can be purchased by a pure devotee. Pure devotion service is Krishna Akarshni. That attracts even Krishna. So Krishna smiling, another reason is, yes, he was able to speak Bhagavad Gita now and everything is happening according to his plan. So the talk of Bhagavad Gita not for any particular person. It's not only for Arjuna. Some people say, oh, Bhagavad Gita, it's only for Arjuna. Sorry. We are representing, Arjuna is representing us. It's not for Arjuna. Arjuna is already eternal associate of Krishna. He knows everything about Krishna. It's for us. So the talks of Bhagavad Gita is not for a particular person or society or community, but it's for all. Friends, enemies are equally entitled to hear them. Sri Bhagavan Vaja. Now, in the 11th sloka, 2.11, Krishna actually starts the jnana. There's fight, there's no death for the soul. So real Bhagavad Gita starts from here, the second chapter, 11th sloka. Sri Bhagavan Vaja Ashochan Anvashochasvam Pratnyavatam Shabashase Gadasun Akadasun Sha Nanushojanti Panditaha. The Blessed Lord said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead. Okay, so why is like this? Like, if we are learned, you should not lament for the living or the dead. Okay, dead I can understand, because we are not this body, we are spirit soul. So somebody who's dying, we should not lament for it. But for a living, why is said we should not lament for the living? Yes, any idea? Not
As per karmas, what we are bearing the fruits of our own karmas only, na Mataji.
Yeah,
So it
we are
is
bearing the fruit of our karma. So what is the use of lamenting it? No? Yes. So if somebody is suffering, so what are, okay, you can type in the chat, what are the sufferings of a bad karma? Like, just imagine you have done some sin in from previous life. What all the things coming in this life as to show that, to prove that, okay, you have done sin in your previous life? You can type in the chat. Sin. If you did sin, what all things come? Okay. All of you say about diseases. Fine. Diseases, yes. Purva Janma Kritam Papam Vyadi Rupena Jayate. Garuda Purana says, Purva Janma Kritam Papam. Like, if we have done Papa in Purva Janma, like we have 84 lakh species. So you've done any sin in previous life, then Vyadi Rupena Jayate. It comes as a disease in this life. So yes, that is true. Like somebody having, like, a child may be born with cancer, small baby. What did that baby do in this life? No, it's just born. Or might be like, if the parents have some genital disease, the baby also is born with that particular disease. So, or might be a child born blind or deaf. So that means in previous Janma, they have done some bad karma. Okay, that is one thing. Richa Mataji says, yes, poverty, lack of money or financial problems. Yes, poverty is because of your sinful reaction. You have done some sin. You have seen, no, some people, how much ever they invest in the business or anything, they become flop, like they fail, and there'll be a lot of debts and so many things. They are suffering poverty. That's mainly because they have misused their money in previous life, or they have actually done some sin in previous life. Yes, chronic disease will come. Then economic problems. Yes, what else? Born in a place having war, that means in not a good family. Okay. Ugly, yes. Ugly. If you're not beautiful, then somebody who's bought ugly. Yes, that is also because of the sin which you have done in previous life. And poverty. Okay. Illiterate. Yeah, you're not educated, much educated. And the opposite of all this is saying that you have done punya. Like, you are beautiful or handsome and you have good education, and you were born in a good rich family, and you have educated, and you don't have much diseases. That means you have done some punya. So in previous life. And Prabhupada says the real punya is that you have come to Krishna consciousness. That is real punya. Not like economic, because that is lost with this material body. But Ajna, the Sukritis, so much punya. So we have this Annadan in a temple. From the new temple starts, Prabhu says, like Namsha Prabhu sometimes says, and Prabhupada also said that no visitor should go without prasadam. So yes, that's a great service happening. But there are some people who comes, they don't take darshan, they don't come inside the temple. They'll directly go to the Annadan hall. So they directly go for prasadam. So sometimes we were thinking, like, they can just enter the temple and then go, no? They don't even come inside. Okay, let them get attracted to prasadam, because that is also Krishna in another form. And 90% of people have come to Krishna consciousness with prasadam only. Prabhupada knows this. And prasadam sarva dukkhana. So definitely prasadam can do wonders. So that's fine. Initially, let them get attracted to prasadam. Slowly, they'll come to the temple. But you need some punya you need some Ajnatas name, and having into Krishna consciousness, getting devotee association is very, very rare. And getting a devotee association and hearing about Krishna for the Lord, it's very, very rare. Okay. Durlabham manasha janmam dehinam shanavarpuram tatravi durlabham manye vaikunta priyadarshana. Durlabha manava janmam. It's very rare to get a human form. And in human form, to get association of devotees, vaikunta priyadarshana is the very rarest. Okay. So why do we say that what is it? Human form is very rare. Why? Yeah, Richamataji says there was a person who actually walks to ISKCON to have prasadam daily. Yes, there's food for life. Okay, so what was my question? Why we say that it's very rare to get a human form of life? Durga Prasanna Mataji.
Because we have that knowledge to understand God.
No, but that's fine. But that knowledge, not everyone has it. A Mayavadi doesn't have a knowledge to understand God, or in the sense he doesn't, or an atheist doesn't believe in God. Ranjana Mataji?
Maybe in our past we did something good service, a little service to Krishna. So that's how in this life also we are doing.
No, human form. I'm asking why, not a devotee. I'm asking why human form is rare. Binal Mataji.
Because
Hare
we can
Krishna, we
chant.
can do devotional service, yeah, chant in this form only.
Okay, there are some videos where the parrot was chanting Hari Hari, and the devotional service, even elephants are taken to the temple for processions for the Lord. And like Gajendra was an elephant and he got moksha on one life. So it's not like only human form you can go back, even animal form you can go back if you have done devotional service in previous life. But human form, you can get full mukti, not
Because
necessary,
human,
Mataji. Yes, Prabhu.
much because
Your voice is breaking.
humans can differentiate which is good and bad.
Okay, the differentiation between
Because
good
humans
and
can differentiate between good and bad.
okay, differentiation between good and bad, that is there in human form. It's rare. Okay, so out of 84 lakh species of human life, how much is human?
4 lakh.
4 lakhs.
Lakhs. 4 lakhs. And aquatics?
9 lakhs. No?
9 lakhs. Yes. Okay. So if you see like that, even birds, the 10 lakhs, reptiles, if you take all those different species, Chatur Lakshani Manava, there's only 4 lakhs human form. Only. Because out of all the 84 lakh species, the high, different grades, the lowest is human. That means 4 lakh. That's why it's very rare. And you have to go through this 84 lakh species of lives, evolution, and all that, and then only come back to human form. So very, very rare. Very rare. And then what all you said, yes, very rare to get bhakti. It's very rare to differentiate between good and bad. So many things. Now, this 4 lakh is based on the form and consciousness, based on consciousness also. Like people from Africa will look different from people from China. So that's a form, difference in form, like that. There are all are Homo sapiens, but there are in the form, there is difference. And also consciousness. Some will have Annamaya Kosha. Some, that means only eating. Some have Pranamaya, Jnanamaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. So coming to Krishna consciousness, to get that Anandamaya stage, very, very rare. So death of the soul is, death is for the, not only for the body, not for the soul. And therefore, no soul can die. So Arjuna will not be killing them actually, because the soul will not die. So he's starting with this. Lord Krishna takes the role of the spiritual master and chastises Arjuna. What are you doing? You are lamenting like a fool, but you are not. Fool in the sense spiritually, you are weak. And you should talk like a learned man. So learned men know what is matter and spirit. Actually, the real knowledge, para vidya and apara vidya, there are two. Real knowledge means we should know that we are not this body, we are spirit soul. So we should not lament whether it's dead or alive. And that doesn't mean somebody dies and we don't even cry or we don't even feel bad. No, that is again we are insane, because even when the Pandavas lost their 5 sons, they were lamenting. So it is there. Only thing is that affection will be there from the body, but we should not get attached and go into depression. Some people, they go to depression if somebody leaves, and we will not be able to come out of it. That should not happen. So we should know the difference between body, which is temporary, and the soul, which is eternal, and we should not lament for the body. Okay, so we are spirit soul. And what is the size of the soul? What's the size of the soul?
1/10 of the tip of the hair.
1,000 tip of the hair.
1/10.
1,000.
1 by 10,000.
1,000 tip of the hair.
1 by 10,000 the
Tip of
tip of the hair. So 1 by Keshagra Shada Bhagasya. 1 by 10,000 the tip of the hair. So that is the size of the soul. Okay. So small, so small. We can't even see the soul. But how do you understand there is soul? We can't see the soul, but how do you know there is a soul? Yes.
It is the life force.
The life force, yes. If there is no soul, then the body doesn't grow, the body doesn't move, there is no life in it. Definitely. See, if you see a fan, the fan is moving. Okay. But how long can you see a fan? Might be like 10 minutes. You can't look at it half an hour. But you see a fish in the aquarium. Keep looking at the fish. The fish is just joyfully swimming here and there, because the living force, the spark, the soul is there. Okay. Or might be there is a Mataji with the sari, and there is this, you can see this dummy dolls. Sometimes for exhibition, they just keeps just for display. Now we can't look at that doll for a long time, but we can talk to a person, can interact with that person. That's because of the soul. So soul, the presence of soul consciousness is actually the the proof that there is a soul. So the 5 reasons for Arjuna lamenting was compassion, enjoyment, sinful reaction, destruction of dynasty, and indecision. And so in the 12th sloka, he says, Natam eham jadunasham, natam neme janatipa, nachaivam na bhavishyami, sarve vayam atapparam. So never was there a time it did not exist, nor all these kings, nor in future shall any of us cease to be. So when Krishna is saying this, that there was never a time when Krishna did not exist, nor Arjuna, what is Krishna actually refuting? There are 2 things refuted, philosophy refuting in this sloka. What are they?
Soul never died.
2 philosophy. What are the 2 philosophy?
Mayavada philosophy.
Mayavadi philosophy.
Mayavadi philosophy is refuted because Mayavadi says, you're God, I am God, we are all God. But here Krishna says, I and you, that means Krishna, the Lord is different, we are different. Okay. So that Mayavadism is smashed here. What else? One more. The clue is, I did not exist, Krishna says. So that means Krishna always exists. Which philosophy? He's refuting which philosophy?
Dvaita, Advaita.
Dvaita, Advaita is already mentioned here. That yes, Advaita means we are not one, we are 2, which Madhvacharya said. And Advaita is we are one, but Advaita philosophy is gone. That's Mayavadism. It's gone. What else is gone? Who are the group of people who says the God doesn't exist?
Buddha.
They say the Vedas doesn't exist. Huh?
Atheist.
Atheist, or the demonic people, atheist. So even Shunyavadis, yes. So here, when Krishna says, never was there a time where I did not exist, it means Krishna doesn't exist. That means the Lord always exists. But the atheists, they say that there's no God. The creation happened by what? Big Bang theory. A spark of collision or a spontaneous explosion happened. How can an explosion just happen like that? And that's what creation. That's what the atheists, they say that the God doesn't exist. So, but Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, never was there a time when Krishna did not exist. That means he was always existing. Always. And so atheism is smashed here, or Shunyavadi. And nor you. That means we are not one, we are 2. That's Advaita philosophy. That means Advaitism or Mayavadism is broken here. Advaita philosophy is saying that we are not 2, we are 1. But that is again broken here. Krishna says, you, me. So that means we are not one. Shankaracharya, Lord Shiva came into Advaita philosophy saying that I am God, you are God, we are all God. No, that's completely wrong. Okay, that's wrong. And again, later on, Madhvacharya gave the Advaita philosophy that we are not 1, we are 2. Soul and super soul. Atma and Paramatma. So here two philosophies have been destroyed here. Nitya Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Yavidudadi Kaman. So that's what here he asked. What are the two things Krishna refuting? One is Mayavadism or atheism, and also Mayavadism or Mayavadism or Advaita philosophy, and atheism has been refuted. The Supreme Personality God is the supreme individual person, and Arjuna, the Lord's eternal associate. All the kings assembled there are individual eternal persons. So Krishna is a person, and it's not that they did not exist as individuals in the past, and it's not that they will not remain eternal persons. The individuality existed in the past. Individuality will continue to in the future without interruption. Therefore, there is no cause for lamentation for anyone. So the Mayavadi theory says that after liberation, the individual soul is separated by the carving of Maya or illusion. And they say they merge. What is this mukti called as? Merging into the impersonal Brahman feature of the Lord called as? Anybody can say?
Sayujya Mukti, Mataji.
Sayujya Mukti, very good. So Sayujya Mukti means the demons, they like to merge in the Brahman Jyoti of the Lord. And that is wrong. You cannot merge with the Lord. And even if you merge, definitely they'll fall down. They cannot stay. And that's the wrong type of existence. And the theory is that sometimes we only think of individuality, the conditioned state. Krishna clearly says here that in future also the individuality of the Lord and the others will be maintained. Like, for example, the green bird coming to the green tree. From afar, it looks like the tree, the bird merged with the tree. But as you go near, you can see the tree separate, the bird separate. So this is another example given. Or bee licking the bottle of the honey. So there is a bee which licks the bottle from outside. It will not get the essence. So it has to open the bottle and go inside. Similarly, the Mayavadis, they look from outside, but only a devotee can dive inside. So I'll stop with this sloka, 2.13, very important slokas. We need more explanation. Dehinosmin yada dehe kaumaram yaupanam jara tada dehandara prapti dhiras tatrana mukyadi. This sloka is for memorization. So very important sloka for preaching also. It says, as the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. So the person is not bewildered by such a change. So that means the soul is the one who's actually passing. So we also know, we had a childhood body. Now our body, that body is gone. So the soul is there. The soul is the same because we are able to remember. But as it goes, the old age. And then finally at death, what happens? The soul goes to another body. Dehandara prapti. So we should not be worried about it. So this is what I said. If Drona and Bhishma is killed, still Arjuna don't have to lament. Why? Because it says Bhishma and Drona, being noble souls, were surely going to have spiritual body in their next life. Definitely they're going to Vaikuntha, or at least heavenly body will be a superior enjoyment of mental existence. So in either case, they want cause of lamentation. They do not have to lament. Okay. So this is what it is said in 2.13. So in 2.13 it says that we don't have to lament. So I didn't have a breakout room discussion here. We'll see in the next class. So about the soul, how can you prove that the soul exists? Like if somebody comes and asks you about the soul, existence of the soul, how do you prove them that the soul exists? Yes.
A dead body is of no use because soul is not there. Consciousness is there as soon as soul leaves the body. Mataji.
Okay, so that is one thing to prove that a dead body cannot move or grow or so we can prove in that way. What else?
Conscious.
Yes, Prabhu.
Consciousness.
Consciousness, yes, definitely. So consciousness, but there's no proof, no? How do you prove it for them? Yes, Sumadari, please post the attendance link. Consciousness, fine. What else?
Well, we are breathing. So because of soul only we can breathe, right?
Mataji, is dreams one way?
Prabhu?
Is the dreams one of the ways to prove that?
There is a?
Dreams.
Oh, dreams. Okay. But see, you can't explain, you can't give practical proof to them, no? Somebody who's an atheist or somebody who's not believing in all the Shastra, what do you tell them?
Mataji, if we are dead, we will say like he has passed away. But the body is there, but who has passed away? The soul is passed away, na? So in that way, we can give the example.
Okay. There is something like near-death experience. Huh? Did you
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
about that out-of-body
Yes, ma'am.
experience? So
Yes,
all that is,
Mataji.
yeah. Chinde Prabhu says near-death experience. Like many of
We-
them
and-
undergoing surgery, and many would have experienced it. Like they're not lying in that way. And also there is something called
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation. Have anybody heard about the reincarnation of Shanti Devi? So it was taken up by Mahatma Gandhi actually, and then she's just a small girl, and she died because after 1 year after giving birth to her son, and she was reborn in some other place, and her son was 10-year-old and she was 9, because after 1 year she died after giving birth to the son. And that being 9-year-old Shanti Devi could tell what she was in her previous life, and she told everything. She could identify her husband, her son, and she said where she stayed. She told many secrets to the husband. The husband was so shocking to hear. And then they realized that in fact that soul is the reincarnation of that particular person. So the reincarnation. So, and also you've seen children, it's very rare to get that reincarnation memories and past life memories. And there are some children born with the birthmarks. Like they would have died with a gunshot. And the next life, they'll be born with the same mark. There are so many things in YouTube. You can just see reincarnation stories, which has been researched by the scientists. It's not just cooked up stories. It's been gone and no, it is reincarnation is happening. And there is the soul, presence of soul, we accept it or not. So Lord Krishna further describes the soul saying that Vasam Sijina, he says, Dehinosmin yada dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tada dehandara prapti viras tatranam mukadi. So you can see here as the picture where the soul is the same, but the body is changing. And after death, it goes to another body. That's it. Okay. So this the body perishes, but the soul doesn't die. There is a new body. How it goes from boyhood to youth to old age, similarly at death goes to the new body. So learned person doesn't bewilder from this. And also it is said, as when we put a dress and the dress is spoiled, we change it. Does anyone lament for that? No. So vasam sujirna niyata vihaya navani nirnadikana vyani tada sharirani. So that means already we are changing the body. So this comes in 22nd sloka. Vasam srirani yata vihaya navani grihnadi narokarani tata sharirani vihaya chirnani anyani samyadi navani dehi. So as a person put new garments, giving up old ones, similarly the soul accepts new bodies, giving up old and useless ones. So these following points, I'll stop with this, that the spirit soul is eternal and it's never changing. Body is always changing. Every second, boyhood, youth, old age, there is no cause of lamentation. And the spirit soul gets next body based on the activities of the current body. That's why we are practicing Krishna consciousness. Somebody coming to Krishna consciousness, what is the guarantee next life? Minimum guarantee.
We born as a devotee at least.
Yeah, definitely you'll get a human form. You will not go down. Neha Vikramana Shastri Pratyavayana Vidyate Salpam Abhyasa Dharmasya Traide Mahato Bhayat. If somebody is a devotee, just chant Hare Krishna even once or did some devotional activities, definitely, and definitely they will not fall down. Shichinam Srimadam Gehe. Definitely they'll get a human form, not an animal form or anything like that. So Prabhupada says that based on the current body, we'll get the next body. This life is the preparation of the next life. So sometimes people go, so Prabhupada, can you say what is our past life? Even we want to know what were our past life. There are some astrologers, no? They say, what is your past life? And Prabhupada's like, what is the use of knowing what is your past life? You should know what your future life is going to be. That is very important. So we should use the human form in the right way. So Arjuna should not lament for Bhishma or Drona, because anyway they are going to get a good destination. Because they are pious souls and they are devotees, they'll go to Vaikunta, or at least they'll go to heavenly planets. And Arjuna don't have to lament for that. And Dhira, he should be a person who's in knowledge, who properly knows individual soul, super soul, and the nature, both material and spiritual, never bewildered by the changes in this body or death. Okay. So we'll stop with this 2.13. Anything to add? So many times, no, during anesthesia or during a surgery, the patient would have heard all the conversation which the doctor have said. Even though general anesthesia is given, even though the patient is completely unconscious, but how is that possible? And so many times, they meet death face to face, and they were able to know many things, and they come back to this body. So many times it happened. You've heard that, no? Somebody going to a crematorium place and then again coming back to life. Even we declare in the hospital declaring death, and again the person coming back to life. And so many things happen. So this is all there, and still the studies are going on, but we can't interfere into the God's plan. So that's different. But then we should understand this part. So why are we telling all this in Bhagavad Gita? So that we understand this body is anyway going to perish. So what we have to do is we have to give food for the soul. We're feeding this body every day, but what about the soul? The feed for the soul is the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So when you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, the soul gets enriched. The soul gets its food, and that's we should invest our time with the soul, for the soul, not for the just body. Okay, both are required. Because of this material body, we are able to do the devotional service. So the body and the soul should be fit. The body should be fit to do devotional service. We should take care of the body because it's given by the Lord, but not like too much attached to it. But yes, it's easy to say theory-wise, practically to apply it in life, very difficult. Because when life challenges us and in different situations, all this theory, there's no use, but we should realize what is what. But that takes time, but by Krishna's mercy, it will happen. But this is all first lesson which Krishna is teaching us. Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. I think we can stop today. I already told you second chapter will take a little more time because I need to give a good foundation to understand. If you understand chapter 2, then Bhagavad Gita is going to be easy. Yes, Minal Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mata. One doubt I have. So Mataji, you told this soul will come back, no Mataji? So that will be a realized form of the soul which comes back again. Once goes and come back.
Like a near-death experience and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, death and again.
Not realized as such, means unless they took spiritual life or the spiritual teachings, they cannot be realized. But at least they will come to know the truth that, they will realize that soul exists. Okay, and at least they can become devotees. Because after such incident, people will surrender. No? Because they've already seen death face to face. And it's like a second chance for them. Like, for example, Ajamila saw the Yavadutas and Vishnudutas, and then he surrendered. Otherwise, he will never surrender. He went to Haridwar, took up devotional service. Then in second chance he got delivered. So there is chance that such people will become devotees. I think this is also Krishna's plan for them to become realized. But not completely realized, but at least some realization they'll get. That yes, I'm not this body, I'm spirit soul. Let me do something for the soul. So that realization will come definitely, Mataji. Not completely in the bodily platform. They'll come out of the bodily platform for some time at least. So if they are really fortunate, they will take it as an opportunity to do more service or to surrender to Krishna. But if they are not fortunate, then again they'll move on with again sense gratification and so much for the body. So this is what Prabhupada says. Krishna consciousness is a science. We're teaching you the science that yes, we are spirit soul, we are not this body, and we have the super soul in our heart. Hare Krishna, please take care of your mics. I think we are done. Okay. Ancha kalpadarubhascha kripasindu Patidanam Bhavani Vaishnavi Pinam Kodi Vaishnavi Ki Jai Shri Prabhupada.